grab it with your hands. Nothing's out of reach. If you really want something, if you need it, you can grab it with your hands. Nothing's out of reach. If you really want something.
Hey guys, it's the Chrissy representing Jamaica here in Germany. So guys, for today's video I'll be sharing with you what's next in my life. So please like the video, subscribe, share, comment down below. Yeah, so where should I start? So if you haven't seen the video before this, I'm done with school. Congratulations to me. That's so crazy to say, my goodness. I just even remember just being halfway through university and it just felt like forever until I'll be done. I remember hearing people, they're in their last semesters. I'm like, I'm so jealous of you. And you know, now I'm done, so that's crazy. Yeah, so the crazy thing about me is I just know exactly what I want and I know all the steps that I need to take to make it there. A very strategic person, you know guys. So I started like job hunting from January. So you know, I was done with my thesis yet and all, but I started to job hunt. I started to send out applications and all, and I even sent out to normal service jobs because I was thinking I would like to make some money in January, you know, the last 2 weeks. And yeah, so anyways, yeah, so after I submitted on the 16th, it so turned out that I had 2 interviews on the 17th, right? So one was a service job, one was like an accounting job. And yeah, so it was interesting, you know, like the accounting job is like, it was for miles and more, and I don't know, it's crazy. Like, I think the lady, she asked me some weird questions and I choked, and that didn't go so well. Oh my goodness. I mean, everything was nice and all, but I really didn't know much about how to conduct a proper interview and all. And even the questions, I'm not prepared for those crazy questions. And she even asked me something about accounting back then, and or a specific part of accounting, and it was a bit back since I did my internship. So I'm like, oh god. I told her what I thought, but it was wrong, I guess, and I got the question wrong. So I just figured I wasn't gonna hear from her again, and I didn't. And you know, sometimes your intuition will tell you like, So after that, I kind of felt the vibe change. I'm like, okay, cool, whatever, it's not meant to be. And then, you know, the other service job was all cool because I have a lot of experience now in service. Since I'm studying, I've been working like in service, you know, like conference centers, hotels, whatever. Wherever they send me, I'll go. Or actually, we can choose our shifts, so let me put it like that. Anyways, yeah, so that happened. Yeah, then I had a few more interviews. Some of them were over the phone, some of them were Zoom, and you know, it's crazy. I dread interviews. I'm not made for them at all. But slowly I learned. So I remember one morning I had this phone interview, right, with this company, and it was like payroll accounting. So I've never really had payroll before. So I never did payroll before. In my internship, I was more in another part of accounting. So it's crazy. So anyways, the interview was there. I was telling her about myself. I just gave her like a brief description, and then I even told the lady like, I really don't have like experience per se in payroll, but I'm willing to learn, and you know, the whole jazz. And she was like, well, they need someone with experience in payroll. But she was nice, and she started to offer me a job in something else and whatever. And I'm like, okay, I'll think about it, sounds good. Like, I made it sound like I was open to anything right now, right? So yeah, I wasn't sure if she was just trying to be nice or if actually she had something else. I did get a follow-up call and all from someone else from the same company, but that didn't end up working either. That's so crazy. So anyways, one thing that she said to me that really helped me was, like, she said your introduction was very brief. Like, she said thank you for your brief introduction. I'm like, that stuck with me, because then after that I was like, you know what, I'm gonna really sit and think about how I will talk about myself. You know, when they say introduce yourself or tell me more about yourself. So I really sat and I thought about what I will tell these people. So for the next interview, you know, I can be better. My camera, I think, is overheating right now. Crazy. I hope it survives. Then I had the next interview. When was it? I think it was on the 3rd or the 2nd, or somewhere after I submitted my, after I was done with the colloquium, I had the second interview, or the interview that ended up being my job now. Spoiler alert, I just said I have a job now. It's crazy. I'll start tomorrow. I still can't believe it. Anyways, so let's get back to the interview. So, you know, that day I just felt different. I've done some research and so prior, like, how do you sell yourself when you don't have that much experience? Like, I had my 1-year internship and I had a 2-week internship, and you know, I did all this studying, but like, how do you really sell it now? And I read, like, they say you should like talk about your academic experience as well, and whatever that's really relevant to the job. So I'm like, okay, cool, I got you. So I did that. I told them a little story from back then, and I think that really worked. And I also like told them like basically my whole life story, like starting from Jamaica to how I made it here to how it was so difficult to, I just told them the whole thing. I also have like videos like how it took me 4 years to study here, and I told them about school in Jamaica, because school in Jamaica is really different from school out here. So I think it made me have a little edge, it made me have a little advantage, because you know, in Jamaica we start doing business from the 9th grade and accounting from the 9th grade, and here you just start it maybe in the 11th grade if you're lucky. Some don't even, because like the normal schools here, all they do is biology until when you go to university. That's maybe when you find accounting or business. So it's like giving her the backstory, like, you know, I've done this in high school back home and all. And yeah, so I gave her from A to Z, which I never did at the other place. Well, over the phone it was, which I never did there. And you know, you just learn as you go with each interview, and I think that worked. The only thing I was stupid and I didn't do, it was like, I really didn't read up on the company. I just read like their little text what they write there when you're looking for the job now, and I was like so pissed at myself, like how it's like I knew I was supposed to do it, and I was just very last minute with it until I didn't have the time to do it anymore. And then I was just hoping they would notice, you know, because I had interviews before where they just tell you about themselves all over again. Even though you do your research, they tell you all over again, and then you don't even need none of that. But this time, when I was really focusing on working on my speech more than on them, because like half of the time they don't ask anyways. So yeah, it backfired in that sense, but it was good that I also prepared my speech, because I think it sold her in the end as well. So yeah, that's that. I ended up, I think, you know, I made a good impression, and then she started to call me on her side of the desk, and she was, you know, showing me stuff and all, and I just had a good feeling. I don't know, even just getting ready to go there, I had a good feeling. Usually I'm very anxious and nervous, and I don't know, I just had this feeling like, I don't know, and it just, you know, besides that one little hiccup, I think I could sell myself still. And she told me to go home and look at their website and call them back, and I should tell them what I think and whatever. And then, you know, we made a second interview to talk with the bosses, you know, the managers and founders and, you know, all those people, and we did that on my birthday. That's so crazy. So I couldn't really look forward to my birthday too much, because it's like, okay, you have this big old interview on your birthday. But you know, like somehow deep down I had a good feeling, but I just could not imagine, because you already have the interview and now you have to do it all over again. So I wasn't sure, and I had a good feeling, but I was so nervous still. So I had it, and on my birthday I got the job. It's so crazy how life works. And yeah, I am going to be doing it first, like a little training program there, so it's not like the big job yet, but you know, it's okay. I need the experience, you know, and why not? I just, for now, for my plans right now, it works. And yeah, I'm really content with life right now. And yeah, so that's what's next for me. Yeah, so I guess the next video will be about my birthday, so you guys will see like what happened after that. And yeah, so anyways guys, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all next time. Please like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Bye bye. Peace.